Hello everyone, we are witnessing one of the most intense moments in the Middle East. According to the latest confirmed information as of March 16th, 2026, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, has launched a large-scale attack using hypersonic missiles and drones targeting strategic sites in Israel and U.S. bases across the region. The focal points of this attack include Ben Gurion International Airport, as well as military facilities in Bahrain and the UAE. Can you imagine an international airport where the runway must be constantly cleared of debris by specialized vehicles after every siren alert before any aircraft can take off? That is Ben Gurion Airport, one of the busiest and most heavily protected airports in the Middle East, now operating under unprecedented security pressure. And welcome to Newera, where we break down and uncover the most complex movements shaping the world today. If you value accurate, fact-based, and timely military analysis, hit like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next deep dive breakdown. Now, let's begin. The direct conflict between the U.S. Israeli alliance and Iran has entered its third week with unprecedented ferocity. Prior to this, Israeli airstrikes had targeted space research facilities and strategic military bases right in the heart of Tehran, aiming to cripple the enemy's retaliatory capabilities. Tensions have escalated to such a point that the United States has immediately deployed additional THAAD defense systems, along with the USS Gerald R. Ford aircraft carrier, to the Persian Gulf region as a major deterrent. In response to these strikes, on March 16th, the Iranian Central Command officially issued the order to activate the 55th phase of the operation named Operation True Promise 4. In this counteroffensive, Iran has unleashed the most advanced assets in its military arsenal, including the Fattah hypersonic missile, with extreme velocity and the capability to penetrate the most modern interception systems. A range of super heavy ballistic missiles, such as the Ahmad and the Qadr, and advanced unmanned aerial vehicles strategically coordinated to jam and overwhelm enemy air defense networks. This massive offensive was not limited to Israeli territory, but expanded to critical U.S. military bases across the Gulf region. According to reports from the international news network WION, the list of targeted sites included in Israel hypersonic missiles struck directly at service facilities and aerial refueling systems at Ben Gurion International Airport in Tel Aviv. This location is considered the logistical jugular vein for all air operations in the region. In the United Arab Emirates, coordinated strikes involving drones and ballistic missiles targeted Al Dhafra Air Base, where U.S. military forces are stationed. And in Bahrain, two strategic nodes, the Sheikh Issa Air Base and the Jufair Naval Base, were also targeted by Fattah and Qadr hypersonic missiles. It didn't stop there. Iran issued a stern warning. All logistical facilities and support services for the USS Gerald R. Ford, along with all U.S. assets and vessels in the Persian Gulf, are now on Tehran's potential target list for future attacks. Based on these threats, the list of expected targets could expand into two vital fronts. First, energy and economic infrastructure. According to reports from The Hindu and military sources, as of March 16th, Iran is eyeing U.S. companies in the Gulf and strategic oil refineries. The objective is clear: create a global oil price shock and use economic pressure to force the West to de-escalate the conflict. Second, core command centers. Following the strike on the airport, the next coordinates could be administrative and military hubs in Tel Aviv, such as the Ministry of Defense headquarters or strategic seaports like Haifa. This aims to completely blockade Israel's resupply capabilities by both air and sea. The use of hypersonic missiles against Ben Gurion Airport has paralyzed the ability to maintain long-term air patrols and heavy military transport. With local fuel sources threatened, Israeli fighter jet squadrons are forced to rely on backup bases or mid-air refueling. This not only increases costs, but significantly reduces the IDF's reaction speed in emergency situations. The damage from this offensive has led to catastrophic consequences. First is the total paralysis of the aviation network. While the exact number of damaged aircraft remains classified for national security, the activation of interception systems directly over the airport forced all civilian operations to a complete halt to ensure safety. Picture this. High-altitude missile interceptions created a rain of thousands of sharp, jagged metal fragments falling freely onto the runways. For a jet engine, a piece of debris no larger than a fingertip sucked into the intake is enough to cause a catastrophic explosion. That is why the technical teams at Ben Gurion must inspect every single inch of the tarmac after every siren, a high-stakes task under immense time pressure. Immediately upon detecting launches from Iranian territory, the IDF activated its most advanced multi-layered defense network, including Arrow 3, David's Sling, and the Iron Dome, to protect Tel Aviv. Yet the sheer pressure of this 55th wave was overwhelming. According to the Israeli Health Ministry, 192 people have been hospitalized in the past 24 hours alone. This pushes the total number of injured since the war began to 3,727, placing a staggering burden on the national healthcare system. According to Ynet News, since the security operation Roaring Lion commenced, Israeli airspace has been under tight restrictions. But remarkably, Ben Gurion Airport has not closed completely. Instead, it operates under strict emergency protocols, or terminal capacity, and is limited to 2,300 people to ensure lightning-fast evacuation to bomb shelters. Commercial flights are restricted to a maximum of 100 passengers to slash boarding times down to just 20 minutes. Slash in extreme alerts. Passengers are even instructed to lie flat on the tarmac to protect their lives, while specialized sweeping vehicles continuously clear debris after each interception wave. Looking at the bigger picture, we are standing on the threshold of an all-out conflict with highly dangerous variables. From proxy war to direct confrontation, Iran is now openly deploying its strategic arsenal from its own territory. On regional expansion, the total closure of UAE airspace on March 17th proves that the conflict has severed the aviation arteries of the entire Gulf nuclear risks. Most alarming of all, according to reports from Israel Alma, Israeli retaliatory strikes have begun targeting suspected nuclear sites in Iran. If this red line is crossed, this will no longer be a regional conflict, but a potential global catastrophe. The attack on Ben Gurion was not merely a strike on technical infrastructure. It was a definitive statement of a dangerous new strategy from Tehran. Don't calibrate, escalate. Now that the red lines in Tel Aviv have been officially erased, the most urgent question is no longer will they attack, but rather, where are the next coordinates in Iran's sights? The resilience of Ben Gurion Airport is undeniable. But will it be enough to withstand a wave of peer-to-peer and unrestricted attacks from Iran in the coming days? In your opinion, what will be the next target? Will it be the massive oil fields in the Gulf aimed at shattering the global economy? Or will we witness an even more ferocious retaliatory strike from Israel aimed directly at Iran's nuclear facilities? And leave your thoughts in the comments below as we discuss this geopolitical landscape that is shifting by the hour. And don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our detailed analysis on Israel's counterstrike in the next bulletin. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, and see you next time.